out of here, man. Before we get out of here, man, what are your marquee games, brother?
So I have me a healthy list of games, and I'll just run through them and say a little bit about them. Right. I'll start with a couple of the weaker games. I think week one we have Broncos at Titans. So you get a Bo Nix led Broncos team with a great defense, well, presumably great defense. Which I think. I mean, you think about it, they added Greenlaw from 49ers. They added the safety for I think it's Hufanga. They
Yeah,
added,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean. They drafted Jade Barron, who was a guy who I really liked when I was looking at players during the pre-draft process. So the Broncos are going to be an excellent litmus test for a young rookie quarterback going to the team that had to pick number one overall. So I'm actually kind of interested in seeing how that game plays out. Another one of a game that caught my eye. That's not like one of the big marquee games. Is going to be a revenge game. Herbie, it's going to be Texans at Chargers. Herbie, the performance that the Chargers had in particular, Justin Herbert, 4 interceptions. Just the Texans defense completely befuddled and embarrassed the Chargers on offense.
Embarrassed,
So
embarrassed.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the Chargers bounce back against and CJ Stroud too, Herbie. Let's not forget CJ Stroud was talked about ad nauseum after his rookie campaign because he had a
Mm-hmm.
pretty damn good rookie season. That sophomore slump was heavy last year, and I get it, Texans fans. The offensive line really didn't do you guys
Was
any favors.
atrocious. It was
It was
atrocious.
terrible, but we got to see what CJ's looking like in year three because first year he was up, second year he was down. Now we're gonna get more of an idea of who he really is, right? And I do think he's more of year one than year two because I've seen bad O lines my whole life being a Dolphins fan, Herbie, and I
That's
understand how much
facts.
that can affect the quarterback. So now some of the bigger marquee games, and these are games that everybody like, hey, that boy Dro in the building, he in the building, he in the building. What's good, player?
Dro, man, we over here. We just breaking down the schedule release, man. Since you in, bro, we'll throw up the package schedule real quick, dog, and get your thoughts on it, bro. But go on, Rob.
So the big boy marquee games, Herbie, Ravens at Bills. Herbie, yeah,
Yeah,
I
my
know
bad, my bad.
nah, you Gucci. I know last regular season, the Ravens and Bills game was kind of a letdown. But given the climactic playoff game that they had, that like just that nail biter, just two championship level teams just going at it, and one of them had to go, right, and it ended up being the Ravens. Their mistakes in the first half of that game ended up costing them in the second half when they almost made the comeback. Plus, obviously, a Mark Andrews drop, which was terrible. But Ravens at Bills, Herbie, I can't wait for this. This is a revenge game. Ravens are going to back to Buffalo where they had that nasty taste in their mouth of getting knocked out in the divisional round. So I expect this game to be a pretty awesome game, Herbie. You look at Bears and Commanders, another game, Herbie, a game where that came down to a Hail Mary play, right? The two rookie quarterbacks who are now entering their second seasons. We know what Jaden McDaniels is, at least for the most part. We know what he looked like his first year. And we're going to see how much Caleb Williams can improve on his rookie campaign with Ben Johnson as his coach, a coach who's going to cater an offense, put him in better positions to succeed than the previous coaching staff did on offense. So Bears and Commanders is a game I can't wait to watch, Herbie. I think this is going to be an incredible game. Bengals at Bills. This is the last time these two teams met, Herbie. Um, the last time these two teams met in the regular season, I think that was a DeMar Hamlin game. But I do remember, no, it was in the playoffs of that season, right? And that's what makes this an interesting game to me. The last time they played, the Bengals went into Buffalo, had completely just took them apart in Buffalo. And this is the Bills' chance. This is Josh Allen's chance to get a get back against one of the other great quarterbacks in the league, in Joe Burrow. You also have Chiefs at Bills. I have a lot of Bills games on here, Herbie. I realize that, man. The Bills just, they just happen to be, Josh Allen. Just, people want to see this team finally succeed. Not me. Listen, I want to see that. I don't care if he crashes out every year in the AFC Championship game. He could be the most fantastic loser of all time. As far as I'm concerned. But listen, the Bills make for great football games to watch, and Chiefs at Bills is always a classic. It's a chronicled game at this point in this era of football. Um, Eagles at Bills, Herbie, and here's an interesting stat about this game. Josh Allen is 0-2 all time against the Eagles. The Eagles, I think, are the only team he doesn't have a win against. And this Eagles roster, considering them coming off a championship season, how deep, how talented they are, they're going to be wearing that championship bravado. It's going to be an awesome game. Then I have Lions at Commanders, which Herbie, like another revenge game, right? The Commanders went into Detroit and completely just like it was a game that I'm not gonna say nobody expected them to win, but it was a game like this was supposed to be Detroit's kind of song season, right? Like Detroit was supposed to finally get over the hump and get to the Super Bowl, and their season ended on Jaden McDaniel's watch, man. So can't wait for that rematch, right? You got Eagles at Chiefs, Herbie. Like the Chiefs, like Herbie, after that embarrassing Super Bowl loss, bro, you know the Chiefs are gonna have that smoke for the Eagles, man. They got to. You know what I'm saying? A champion versus a champion. Like you can't. It usually doesn't get any better than that. And then I also have Lions at Eagles as well, man. I'm looking forward to these two teams haven't played in play since I think two years ago, and we're gonna see where they are now, right? Because the Eagles are where the Lions feel like they were supposed to be, and we'll see how the Lions are, right? Because the Lions lost a lot of coaches, right? Who really is Dan Campbell? Because he had some great coordinators with him, and we've seen it with certain franchises with certain teams to where a coach loses some good coordinators and things don't always translate. Now I do think Dan Campbell is the culture in Detroit, but is he the X's and O's? Like how well is his game planning? Like there are so many other details that we aren't privy to. But I'm expecting that to be a great game. So the NFL has a ton of marquee games this season, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man.
Nah, for sure, bro. I'm super excited, and then I I'm super excited, bro. Like some of the games that you said, Bills Chiefs. That is the marquee game. That's our generation's Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, right? Like
Facts.
that's where we are, right? Um, Eagles Chiefs. I got to see how the Chiefs bounce back. Like I got to see, and this is going to sound very controversial. I got to see if the Chiefs can bounce back because what part of what made the Chiefs so dominant was the fact that you never felt like you could actually beat them, right?
They
Like
had that
when you
mysterious
see
aura to
they
them.
had
Yeah.
they right. So when you finally see them get knocked off, you're like, bruh, you was the bully, but I seen you get punched, dog. Like I ain't scared of you no more. So
Till you get
this is gonna be the
dropped.
hard. Yeah, you're gonna see. That's gonna be the most interesting thing for the Chiefs this season, hands down. Is now do you guys y'all can't bully nobody with we just always win, right? There's that inevitability is gone. That you've never had to play with that in any era for Patrick Mahomes ever, right? Like, um, that's going to be interesting. Like you said with the Lions, bruh. Who is Dan Campbell without Ben Johnson, without Aaron Glenn, without all these incredible coordinators that he picked, bro? Which shows his talent as finding and developing talent, bro. But when you find great talent, people want that talent. They're going to pay to have that talent, bro. So you got to keep retooling. So it's just going to be an interesting season, bro. I'm super excited, bro. Like this is, I cannot wait for the season, bro. Before we get out of here, though, man, Rod, I got one thing I do want to say, though, man. I want to start a dynasty league. If you ain't about a dynasty league, you a pussy. All right. This is completely random. I'm sorry. That was random.
Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't
Yeah,
expecting that.
man. Yeah,
But all right.
listen, we could go behind the scenes, man. I was trying to start a dynasty league with the homies, but they not built for it, right? They don't got the heart to like really do a dynasty league, bro. Because when you do a dynasty league, bro, if you fuck up, you fucked up. Like,
Oh yeah, it's like for franchising Madden or something, man. Like a
yeah, bro.
fantasy.
Like you ain't no. You got to work your way out of your terrible drafting decisions in the dynasty league, bro. Like ain't nobody tell you to draft Tom Brady or Peyton Manning the year that in 2018 or 2015. Nobody told you to draft him. Now you got to deal with it, dog. You got
Yeah.
to find, bro. So yeah, I felt the type of way, bro. I'm just getting that off my chest, dog. Is this the right place to do that? No, but hey, man, right,
We
right.
made it the
They
right
say
place. We made it the
we
right place.
got. They say men need outlets, right? This is my outlet, man. With that said, man, we getting out of here, man. Appreciate everybody who was in the live with us. Appreciate everybody who's watching and supporting us. We will see y'all next week, man. Deuces.
Doses.